Alright, it's gonna be the first video I do with actual commentary because I'm kind of drunk. And I don't have anything to do for the day. I have the day off of work, so fuck it. I don't know if I want to start a new one or continue the one, because in the one, the Nords are losing so badly. Hold on. I need to get my chat screen up and no, I'm not talking to you. I'm streaming some Mountain Blade right now. Missed call. I don't know that number. I hope that wasn't work asking me to come in, because I didn't. That was like 4 hours ago. Oh, see, I'm trying to look up my video on YouTube right now so I can stay on the chat in case anybody decides to watch. It seems like a really boring game, but you'd have to play it, I guess. The fighting is insane. I haven't played anything that's more satisfying when it comes to winning a battle that you think you're gonna lose. Like, Dark Souls and Bloodborne would be the best comparison of how satisfying it is to finally win a fight, but in this, like, it's a lot more fluid. When you win or lose a battle, you don't really see it coming. Especially once you get later. And we're good. I don't know if I want to start a new one or load mine. Faction decided to join losing their award. We have really good units compared to most of the armies that are on our side. We could defect. I've been thinking about that a lot, but the main thing is, when we started the map, these guys owned these two castles, the Rodots, and you know, their base of operations is way down here, and I don't know how that happened. But I didn't want to stop just because it was kind of unique, but it feels like because they owned all this territory before we even started the game, my guys are getting crushed. I don't even know. Like, we probably have the best sort of troops this side of the fucking snow line. And the thing is, with only, like, if they lose a fight, there's no real repercussions. If I lose a fight, I get taken prisoner and paraded around with their party until they either lose a battle or sell me back. And that's just basically humiliating. I don't like being taken prisoner.
Today the gods will decide your fate!
But, like, we're too tough for these types of bandits to give us any real experience, and we're too weak to actually fight an enemy army and survive, because if you raid a village, or you attack a castle, or you try and do something of strategic value in a war, and you don't have enough men, you just get overwhelmed by the reinforcements that the enemy has. You're not well known enough to get them to back you up. My army right now is like sea raiders. And most of my infantry is top notch. I'm used to playing on the computer, and if you go down, your men will continue fighting. And the best way to beat the simulation is to have your men fight in real time like this. Because otherwise it's just a bunch of statistics fighting each other, and it doesn't take account like range or how many of your men are in one group and how many of theirs are. Because if you like outnumber them in certain spots, your guys will crush them. But the statistics only think about like, oh, this guy's this level and his stats are this. So when they fight, just based on the computer, the analytics of it, you typically lose. Because they always can get reinforcements. Your guys will run out of help. If you let them fight it out like that, you can make such a difference in the battle. Just by distracting people. So typically, if you can set up your formations and get them ready to fight, by the time you're actually fighting in combat, you're the only one getting shot at. So your archers have time to pick them off, and your infantry have time to take the shots with their shields, because there's not that many of them. That's why you want companions, because they can never actually die. So you can, if you get a big enough group, you can get like 20 of them, I think. There's always more. And if you like actually take the time to upgrade them and give them better gear, they're basically an immortal squad of cavalry that you can send in to disrupt their charge at the beginning of the match and keep your guys from getting hit while you set up. And since they can never die, you don't have to worry about them, dying. They just get experience. They always just get wounded. God, this armor is good, but it's not better. What? It's 3712. That is better. Goodness. I'm so used to finding such shit equipment. 30 plus 1. What are my arrows? Nah. It's gonna be a while before we find better. Khalifa's level. Let us. Oh, a bunch of other people did too. Where did all my money go? Oh yeah, I bought a bunch of businesses. They don't show up yet. Oh, that's gonna hurt. I need to make some money real quick so my men don't desert. Do I have any missions? Give me this one. That's in Roduk territory. Track down bandits. Wercheg. That's fucking been taken over. There's no point in making them happy. Alright, cool. I can go here and get a job and make some money. If we were allied with the Roduks, that'd be fine, because then we'd have just extra support. But they just started the game owning those, and it's really been a hindrance. I didn't think it'd be that big of a deal, but it's crushing us not having the extra support to make troops and nobles. Alright, that'll be enough in case our men need to be paid before businesses are finished. 358, God, they could hold against the war. I don't know what the military is doing right now. I'm really just too weak right now to actually take engagement myself. I have to find what the army's doing and try and help them. The missions they give me, oh shit, see, this is what I'm talking about. There's 4 parties of enemies right here riding up. That's not a lot of them. I wonder if we could beat them. That's the biggest group. That's a lot of Vajir Knights. They will fuck us up. I don't have any cavalry. Who's this? He's traveling to Tyr, which is right here, so he's running. If I could get someone to help me, we could win this fight easily. Because these guys, they don't have a lot of any good units. Well shit, that guy has 5 knights. 5 knights. 3 knights. God damn it. Everything else is trash but those knights. Heavy cavalry will destroy anything. My infantry and archers is so much better. But that heavy cavalry, it makes it obsolete. It doesn't matter. It's like being in a knife fight with someone who has a Ferrari. They will run you down. It doesn't matter. He's fleeing. I guess I should run and see if anyone comes out to help. They can't take this city. They don't even have 200 men between them. As far as I'm concerned, you need at least 5 times the attackers to take a city. 358 Nordic men here, most of them being trained footmen or better. That's not happening. Those veteran archers alone will fuck them up, especially if I get to command them. That is scary. I guess we can see what they're gonna do. We can talk to the guild master, see if he has jobs. The only thing I wish this game had more of was when you're sieging a place, more than one breach point. It's the only thing that really irks me is because you're basically stuck with which footman's going to be better. And that includes cavalry because they're dismounted when you siege, so they're usually the ones at the front. And if you have really good cav, and you're fighting someone who has really good infantry, the cav will usually win. Caravan? Across the planet? Are you kidding? For 200? No. You drunk son of a bitch. Do it. That pisses me off too, is the difficulty of the missions compared to the actual payout. Because what he wants me to do is go from here with cattle, who you have to stand behind while they move forward, and you have to basically direct it by running around behind them, making sure they go the right way. He wants me to take them and bring them all the way to here. And between here and here, I can get a whole lot of butt fuckery. And I do not want that to happen for barely $300. But these guys are... oh god. If there's enough of them, this will become a serious problem. They're not coming here. Oh my god. This is what I'm talking about when I say enemy reinforcements. You could be fighting somebody for 2 seconds real time. And because the time's sped up when you're actually engaged in something, they will just bum rush the shit out of you. So it doesn't matter if you win the engagement against a really small number, because there's 132 people you can't see that are coming up to fuck you. And if you can't get the vassals of the other lords, the ones you're working for, to come help you, you're just dead. And then you get captured, and you lose everything, and you get paraded around, and it's terrible. So like my army against this one, they have 10 knights. They would not be an army anymore after we fought them, even though we only have 66. I have a lot of upgraded men. But beating them means nothing, because there's always a group like this or this right behind them, and you cannot sustain that kind of fight for a very long time. Like I basically have to let them go fuck that village over there. Pardon my French. Some men are ready to upgrade. Yeah, but oh, we have the money to do it, actually. We won't be broke when they need to be paid. In this game, Mountain Blade, any iteration, the mods, they have a Lord of the Rings one. Oh, excuse me. They have Parisno, which is pretty cool. It's fantasy based, but no real like story that I've heard of. It's original. But like upgrading your units means a hell of a lot more than having a bunch of them. Because with 60 men that are fully upgraded, in Parisno there's a group of people that patrol around the lake called the Rivermen. Yeah, I know, it's kind of silly, but they patrol around and there's like 300 of them, and they're mostly peasants. With 60, experienced soldiers, you can cut them down in a heartbeat. Quality over quantity is a major difference. Now, when it comes to upgrading your companions, except for a few key skills, you want to make them really good at fighting. Because there are certain skills, like it'll say in the top right corner, after you read the description, it'll say personal skill. Meaning no matter how good that is, that doesn't really help you until you're actually a king and you can tell them to do stuff. Like prisoner management, leadership, and all that, it's a leader skill. If it's a leader skill, that means it only really affects them when they're by themselves. So when they're with you, you want to get, those skills up, but you also want to make sure that when it comes to murdering people that hate you, they're really good at that, because that's the majority of what you're going to use them for. Making your own kingdom is incredibly difficult. Trying to fight an established nation with, by yourself, except with a couple cohorts, it just spells disaster. If you've ever played this to the point where you actually take a castle or a city and own it, when you get attacked by another faction, it is incredibly difficult dealing with the amount of micromanagement that they're capable of, being an established government and all that. This guy's good at stabbing people with sticks, so pole arms it is. Oh, lady, excuse me, to both female. Okay. What level are these guys? What level do I have? do I have to be in order? I have to be level 29 in order for my training to actually affect them, but they don't level anymore, so. Jesus, they're fast. Power Strike, Iron Flesh. Pretty savage for vanilla Mountain Blade. These veteran archers, ain't no joke either, but Huskarl, as far as an infantryman goes, is a tanky son of a bitch. So they didn't give us a good enough job. Let's go this way. We have to find work. They all ran that way, so maybe we can catch a straggler party. Following somebody. Who are you following? Oh, there's another group coming with us. Here, significant group of enemies. Oh, they're coming back. Oh fuck! All right, now is the time to band together, gentlemen. Who are you chasing? It's one of the Vajirs, but I can't see him yet. Oh fuck! Yeah, see here we got a fight on our hands. We'll get involved. Build relations, maybe snag some gear, typical stuff. We really have no dog in this fight. Damn it. I need to get the controls again. Give me my arrows back. You son of a bitch. Maybe dismounting would be easier to do it. Spread out, you fuckers. You're not arrow spotters. Okay, I need to pick up the bow first. I didn't know that. That's good to know. We are not here to take arrows for them. We're here to make sure we win. Again. I'm playing XCOM, so I'm used to XCOM controls. The down arrow is kind of helpful. With the left on the D-pad. Shit. Archers. Infantry. Shield wall. Bugged it out. Hurry up. Move up, you pansies. You want to live forever? They're doing some work right now. Back up. Great. Fall back. Get that shield wall going again. Get. Still alive, come back to me. Let the allies switch, we need to hold. Damn it! Come friend. Showing up soon enough. Rough. Wow. Holy shit. Yeah! 8 casualties. 37. Oh, we have 4 men left. And then we'll charge. We get the loot. Fuck off. Oh, Archer, stay back. I love Archer. Oh, nice. I love leveling. What's a level right now? There we go. Now I can actually see. Leadership's fine. I'm going with intelligence so I can up some other stats. You get an extra point if you do intelligence. We need... A trainer would train the army faster, but the army's fine. We should have 3 casualties though. No, we have 8. What am I saying? And surgery, so we have less casualties. That's a good idea, I think. A couple men leveled. Alright, we need more recruits. Looted villages do not help us. Respond to the message. Okay. I'm gonna lose without an intervention. I don't want to risk my own death because they have a lot of cavalry. We need to fight. That's basically it. Archers on the high ground, infantry on the low ground, bodyguards to me. If they want to charge, they have cavalry. Move up. I need you guys spread out, covering the archers as they're walking on my cavalry. Supposed to hold it on. Something. Delivered 0 damage. They bouncing off or something? Shit. Oh, headshot. Delivered 0 damage. Wow, so I hit him in his helmet, but he didn't even care. Alright. Stop moving. Yeah, you bitch. What do you got? Speed, that's for sure. My shield is up. I hope we can hold. Damn it. Whew, too many. 25 casualties. Jesus. Well, see, that's enough. We can continue fighting, but we will lose. It will be boring. I don't want to deal with that. I'm fine with losing, I just won't fight them. I'm getting destroyed like that. Oh, that's set attack. That's fine, I probably shouldn't play this drunk, but this has been my episode of Mountain Blade. I hope you enjoyed it.